Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next episode of Women to Watch in Sales Tax. I'm Diane Yetter. I am the founder of the Sales Tax Institute, and today I am thrilled to have joining us Alison Jares, who is the Deputy Director at the South Dakota Department of Revenue. Alison, welcome.
Thank you very much, Diane.
So, Alison, you're working at the Department of Revenue. South Dakota is a state that is predominantly sales tax. Can you share what your role is there as Deputy Director and what you do?
Sure. So I am Deputy Director specifically within the Business Tax Division. And so we collect the biggest tax revenue for the state of South Dakota, which is the sales tax. But we also deal with another very large tax called the contractor's excise tax, which is unique to our state. My role is to work with tax policy, education, maintaining publications, getting the word out to all of our businesses about how the tax functions. But I also have a hand in what happens on the legislative end here in South Dakota as well.
So, Alison, is there something in your role there at the department that you've been especially proud of that you've been able to accomplish?
I have, Diane, thank you. I started here as a revenue agent, and my plan was to get out of management. I was tired of managing people and to be a long-term agent helping the taxpayers. But after a few years, I started to move up in the role of what I was doing. And I found now, as I reflect back, I've had a hand in mentoring a number of individuals. Some were interns, some were agents, who have gone on to do really great things. And I like to think that was because of part of the reason with them working with me here at the department and learning about good customer service, being fair, ensuring that the proper tax applications are being done. Some of these people are no longer in tax, but some of these people went on to some pretty big roles in state government, which is really exciting when we can keep them in state government.
So, when I started as an auditor, there were two women doing sales tax where I was. What advice would you give a woman working in sales tax, and maybe particularly in state government?
So my experience was a little bit different. I started my career outside of college in a very male-dominated world. I was one of maybe less than a handful of women or hundreds of men in my industry. And I never let that get in the way. And most of them didn't let that get in the way either. So when I came to state government, I found myself surrounded by women.
Really?
I was very surprised. And it was mainly in the agent area, very customer service oriented type people within there. And ever since I started working way back in high school, my desire was to have the highest integrity, to do the absolute best job that I could do with the goal of making it as customer service friendly as possible. And I don't mean that just to the outside customer, to my coworkers as well. And I didn't realize I was doing that until I got into upper management here in the Department of Revenue. I realized somehow that was ingrained in me growing up. And so that's what I would tell any woman getting into the business. Focus on those positive strengths that you have. Don't focus on man versus woman, because you're still going to come across some of that. But high integrity, absolute driven performance and persistence in what you're doing.
Alison, thank you so much for your time today and for sharing your background with us.
Well, thank you very much for having me, Diane.